God. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, Bahashem, Hamashiach, Yahushua. I am Brother Debar.
Brother Jeremiah.
And what we're going to go over today is, the lesson today is going to be over lineups and beards, man. According to the Bible, getting lineups and cutting your beard off is pure wickedness, man. And, some brothers look at it like, it's just one law I'm breaking. Or, they think that, they try to use the excuse. The biggest excuse I heard is, well, I can't get no job with that if I don't look presentable. But according to the Bible, the Most High don't give a damn about that. That is wickedness according to the Bible. And we cannot do it. It's really a Canaanite custom, man. They used to do it and they would cut it. They would actually cut it until it started bleeding, so where the line would never grow back, man. I have a natural lineup, man. There's no need for me to put clippers and edging that up. We have natural lineups. Who you trying to look good for? You trying to look good for women? Women are gonna come anyways. Women are gonna like you and love you because knowledge, man. Knowledge is power. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is power. So they're gonna come anyways, man. But we're gonna get into this little quick lesson. It's a very short lesson. Let's get Baruch.
Also, when it comes to to a job or something like that, you can always find a way around that. You can say, because they got laws put in place that they put in place saying that if it's a religion, or if they can't persecute you or go against you if it's your religion. Right. Here at Sons of Jacob, we literally have a letter for the church, for the body. If it's your church, and you give that letter to a brother or a sister, they have to honor that as a religion. So that's put in place. That's their law. They put that law in place. You know what I'm saying? So they'll be going against their own law.
Right. So at the end of the day, man, there's no excuses. The Most High God said, do not get lineups. He said, do not shape up your head and do not cut off your beard, man. And it's one thing when you just getting all like the straggly hairs off. You just getting all the baby hairs off. It's coming all the way down your neck. And, you getting that off. But when you actually lining it up perfectly, we gonna get into it.
Going into your natural lineup,
right?
And there's also camps that have said that they've won a lawsuit from Esau trying to go against their religion. You know what I'm saying? Because that's you playing their game at this point. They put a law in place talking about how they can't go against religion. And if you're calling this a religion and you're saying, this is my religion, they're going against what they put in place as a law. And brothers have won thousands of dollars from that.
God.
Right? God.
So at the end of the day, man, we know it's not a religion. We know it's our heritage. But this is the stance that we come at them. This is against my religion. We play Esau's game.
Why is this a circle?
God. So Baruch 1:17.
This is the book.
At the end of the day, man, this is how we sin. This is how we went off on the Most High God. We looking at one sin like it's nothing. Like the Most High ain't gonna be mad at us. You don't know what the Most High gonna be mad at you about. He might destroy you just cause you got lineups. That's called pride, that you think the Most High will not destroy you because you only breaking one law. When he tells you in the scriptures, do not bind sin upon sin, for even one you will not go unpunished. So let's get that right quick.
It's the book of Baruch, chapter 1, verse 17.
Right.
We have sinned before the Lord.
For we have sinned.
For we have sinned before the Lord.
Right. So getting lineups and cutting off your beard is a sin according to Leviticus 19:27 and Leviticus 25 and verse 5. 21 and 5. So like it. Go ahead.
And disobeyed him, and have not hearkened unto the voice of the Lord our God to walk in the commandments that he gave us openly.
Right. So these are the commandments that the Most High gave us openly. We cannot break. Just this one commandment, man. And this is really all we have. But we're going to go into more scriptures to prove this is the nation of Israel, man. We choose not to listen to the Most High God at the end of the day. We want to do what fits us. Brothers, you can ask brothers, like, show me in the Bible where you can get lineups. And they can't show you, but we can show you where you can't. Brothers do that. They rather please women than to please the Most High God at the end of the day. So let's continue. Verse 19.
Since the day since the day that the Lord brought our forefathers out of the land of Egypt
Right.
unto this present day,
Right.
we have been disobedient unto the Lord our God.
Right. So we've been disobedient by little stuff like this, following the way of the heathen, man. You know, it's not hard to stop cutting off your beard. It's really shameful to cut off your beard or getting lineups, man. It's an analogy I always use. How do you tell the difference between a male lion and a female lion? Because that male lion has his beard on his face, which they call his mane. But that's his beard. You don't see the lion getting lineups and, trying to bite half his hair off, and you don't see that.
Not only that, but we were warriors and farmers back in the day. So where do you see farmers or warriors plowing the field, being warriors, cutting heads off, trying to look as pretty as they can? That's a Western custom that we are a heathen, like your brother said, the Canaanite custom that we learned, and also trying to please or appease the women, right? That's what we tried to do. Go ahead.
Okay. So let's go to let's get that. Matter of fact, let's continue on this. Let's read all the way down.
Since the day, verse 20.
Oh yeah, okay. Salaki, yeah, I got you.
Since the day that the Lord brought our forefathers out of the land of Egypt unto this present day,
right.
We have been disobedient unto the Lord our God.
Right.
We have been negligent
right.
in not hearing his voice.
Right, and this is the point right here. Go ahead.
Wherefore the evils cleaved unto us, and the curses,
right.
And the curse which the Lord appointed by Moses, his servant, at the time that he brought our fathers out of the land of Egypt.
Right. So this very exact thing, getting lineups, shaving off your beard. This is the whole reason we under the curses right now. Why you got brothers hating brother, being sold into captivity. We the tail and not the head. All of these different curses is because we refuse to hearken unto the Most High God. So the curses fell upon us. And one of those laws is do not get lineups. You cannot line your head up, man. It's a Canaanite, it's a Hamitic custom. And even if it wasn't, the Most High God said not to do it. You don't question what the Most High tell you to do. You don't question what the Edomite tell you to do. You don't question what your parents tell you to do. So why are you questioning what the Most High, who knows what's good for you? There might be a deeper reason why he's telling you not to do it. We cannot do it, man. So let's continue.
To give us the land that floweth with milk and honey, like as it is to see this day.
And we don't have that land. Why? Because brothers want to get lineups. Brothers want to cut off their beard. Brothers want to follow Greek customs, Greek fraternities. Brothers want to act like Romans, man, rednecks. Brothers want to do these different things following out the way of the heathen, man. And it tells you that in Ezekiel 25:5, that we just like the heathen, man. We are just like the heathen. The scripture says in Jeremiah 7, I believe it is, he says that we've done worse than the heathen. So this is something we chose to do. So the captivity that we in, we did it to ourselves. And what do you see in captivity? You see brothers comfortable still doing wickedness, getting lineups, cutting off their beard. So you got something?
No.
All right, go ahead. 21.
21. Nevertheless, we have not hearkened unto the voice of the Lord our God, according to all the words of the prophets, whom he sent unto us.
All right, so you got brothers out there, prophets, that's telling you cannot get lineups. You cannot do it. But you know what brothers do? They figure out reasons how they can do it. Like I said earlier. Well, my job said I got to be presentable. I'm a customer service representative, or I speak to the people on a daily basis. Whatever it is, man, brothers really think they're going to justify wickedness.
God.
And the scriptures talk about that. A man will find every according to his will, he will find every excuse, roughly paraphrasing. But go ahead.
Verse 22. But every man follow the imagination of his own wicked heart.
Thinking that you still following God, but you breaking only that one commandment. You following the imaginations of your own heart. He says, lean not into your own understanding. Go ahead.
To serve strange gods and to do evil in the sight of the Lord our God.
That's you doing wickedness, evil. You are a wicked person according to the Most High God at the end of the day. So now let's get into it. Let's get Leviticus 19:27 right quick.
God, in the book of Leviticus chapter 19 verse 27, and it reads, book of Leviticus chapter 19 verse 27.
Right.
Ye shall not round the corners of your heads,
Right.
neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beards.
Right, so it says you shall not round the corners of your head. How do you round the corners of your head? You put this, you get a clippers and you go round, you go around the natural line of your head.
Extremities too, okay?
The word extremity. Look up the word extremity. And I'm about to get it out in the Hebrew right quick. But it says you shall not round the corners of your head, neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard, right? So the word mar means shakath. Shakath. It means to ruin, cast off, corrupt, destroy, or waste. So that's what the word mar means. So it says y'all shall not mar, right? The corners, which is PR, which is direction, region, extremity, corner, end, quarter, or side. So you cannot shave off your beard and you cannot be doing this to your edge up, man. The same thing you do with your edge up, you do with your beard. You try to shape it up. Look up the word extremity. Look up the word region. Look up the word quarter, region. So like I probably said that again. But look up these words, man. Let's continue. It says, mar the corners of beard. Beard is zakan, and it means beard. You cannot destroy or ruin the extremity of your beard or of your head, man. You cannot do that. It was a shame for us to cut off our beard, man. There's a story where King David told two men, you can't come back to the land until you grow your beard back.
Right.
But let's get Leviticus 25:1 right quick, and then we're going to get that.
21 and 5.
21 and 5, slide.
God, this is the book of Leviticus chapter 21 and verse 5. Leviticus chapter 21 and verse 5. They shall not make baldness upon their heads.
Right, the Michael Jordans, the Morris Chestnuts, you can't do that. The Most High said you cannot make baldness on your head, man. You cannot put a razor to your head and shave your head completely off. That is a Hamitic custom. Go ahead.
God, make baldness upon their head. Neither shall they shave off the corners of their beards.
Right, so it's saying the same thing it was saying in Leviticus 19 and 27. You shall not round the corners of your head. It's saying right here, you should not round the corners of your beard. Shave off the corners of your beard. It's saying the same thing. The same thing is saying for a beard, you can't do it with your lineup either. And there ain't no getting away. There's no getting around it. If you trying to get around it, that's why the statutes were created for men like you.
Right.
Statutes was created for men like you, for men that's trying to get around the laws and commandments, man. It was created just for men like you at the end of the day. So let's continue though. Let's go to let's get this account in 2 Samuel 10. 2 Samuel 10. We're gonna start at 3.
The book of 2 Samuel chapter 10 and verse 3.
Right?
2 Samuel chapter 10 and verse 3.
So we're gonna get the account on where it was shame for men to have their beards cut off, man. Because you got men that walk around here bald headed, lineups, which is an effeminate thing to have, man. And it takes a while. Sometimes it takes a while to stop doing that. It does. We understand that it takes a while, man, because you're so used to it. Your mama taking you to the barbershops every Saturday, every other Saturday. You know, got the fresh cut. The women think you look cuter, all that. But the Most High said you can't do it. So which one is more important, the Most High or how women and your family look at you? You know, you got the family telling you look rough. Why you look like that? You need to go get a cut. You need to go do this. You need to, because that's what they used to seeing anyway. Anyways, you have to be a leader and be like, nah, that's not our customs. I'm not doing that no more. That ain't me no more. The Most High said we can't do that. if you will break that law, then you don't. If you will break that and say that that's just one law, another brother can say that about being a homo. He can say, well, it's just one law. So you not being a leader, you're not setting an example. So let's continue.
God, 2 Samuel chapter 10 and verse 3.
Right.
2 Samuel chapter 10 and verse 3. And the princes of the children of Ammon said unto the Hanan their lord, thinkest thou that David doeth honor thy father,
right,
that he hath sent comforters unto thee? Hath not David rather sent his servants unto thee to search the city and to spy it out and to overthrow it?
Right. So this was a king. David sent messengers unto the king. He was sending them messages for heartwarming to the king because the prince's father died. So David was sending his condolences to the king. But the son thought that David was coming to spy and to overthrow the spy. So this is what he does. Go ahead.
Wherefore Hanan took David's servants,
right,
and shaved off the one side of their beards, and cut off their garments in the middle, even to their buttocks,
right,
and sent them away.
Right. So this is all he did. This is what we looking at it like. This all he did. This was shameful as hell to do.
Right.
It's like nowadays, like stripping you naked and making you walk down one of the highways and byways in your neighborhood, man. This is what they did to him. They shaved half his beard off. The servants shaved half of their beard off and cut their clothes all the way down to their ass, and they sent them off. That was a shameful thing to do back then, your beard being shaved off. So what you think they did? They did the most shamefulest thing.
Right. It's a shame.
Right, so let's continue though. Let's see what David told the servants.
When they told it unto David, he said to meet them, because the men were greatly ashamed. And the king said, tarry at Jericho until your beards be grown, and they return.
It says, because the men were greatly ashamed. That was a shameful thing for your beard to be shaved off.
Right.
Nowadays, we call it a booty face. Because that's how you look. You look crazy with your beard shaved off. You got a 5 o'clock shadow on your face, but you ain't got no hair on there. But you can see where that hair growing. Now that's shameful as hell. It says the men were greatly ashamed at that. They didn't even want to go back to the homeland. So what they do, they tarried in Jericho. King David was like, man, y'all wait in Jericho until y'all beards grow back then. Simple. They don't even come back to the homeland with your beards looking like that. And he wasn't faulting them for it, but this was them being greatly ashamed. So King David was like, all right, y'all post up in Jericho until y'all beards grow back. Then come back. Come on, man. You got brothers around here walking around without beards 24/7, man. Like it's not a shameful thing. And yes, we all did it. But when you been taught and you've been told about it, you have to change that, man. According to the Bible, you have to. Are you that same wicked ass man that you thought you changed? Just ask brothers, man. When you out and you see a brother with his beard shaved off, you ask him, what's the difference? How do you tell the difference between a male lion and a female lion? That's what I always ask brothers. How can you tell the difference? The female lion don't have that. So what are you? If you without a beard, you're a female lion. You know, some of you brothers are the Lion of Judah, right? Well, if you don't have your beard, you are a female lion. And I'm not talking to the brothers that you know, like the brothers that's the Northern Kingdom, they can't grow their beards and stuff. We understand that. But the brothers that can and they shave it off, man, that is a shameful thing to do, man. And the Most High ain't with it. He calls that wickedness. And just like getting lineups, man, that is wickedness.
Hey, I know they did a scientific study. I know we don't really, praise science, but they have their own little wisdom, and they do their own research. But science has shown that the beard catches a lot of bacteria that goes into the nostrils and the orifices around your mouth, and that goes into you that can cause you to be sick. So the beard actually has a purpose of why it's there. You know what I'm saying? It's catching a lot of bad germs and stuff getting into your body and causing sicknesses.
Right.
So You know, it's an honor to keep your beard, man. It's a beautiful thing that you have, that you can grow one. You know what I mean? And if you can't, the brothers that can't, Most High probably blessed them with a stronger immune system. You know what I'm saying?
But you need your beard, and you need to stop getting lineups, man.
Right.
You come into the knowledge of the truth. And if you really think that you can get lineups, please, anybody do a video and prove that you can get lineups, man. Please. I would love to. I've been in the truth almost 5 years, and I still haven't seen it. Show us you can get lineups, man. And to the brothers that you watching, that you think, please have them, really ask them these questions. Like, show me in the Bible. Instead of hearing their mouth, tell them to show you where you can really get lineups in the Bible. You're not going to find it. And please don't go to Ezekiel where he told him to shave his head and those kind of scriptures, man. That's not going to work, man. Because they was commanded to do that. So let's get Job 1 and 20. We're going to start at 20.
The book of Job.
So at the end of the day, man, when you did see somebody shave their head bald in the scriptures, it's because they was mourning. They was mourning, and they did more than that. They put ashes on their head. They did many more things. It wasn't just they shaved their head and they was walking around the land bald headed.
Right. Hey, King David, he shaved his beard off mourning for his son.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't because that was a custom that they just shaved their beards off, but it was because of the mourning. Like, you would see men ripping their beards. They would rip patches out of their beards because of mourning. You know what I'm saying? They was frustrated or upset to that degree. Right? So the book of Job, chapter 1 and verse 20, it says, and Job arose and rent his mantle.
Right, so he rent his mantle as he ripped his clothes. Go ahead.
And shaved his head and fell down upon the ground and worshipped and said, naked come I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. And the Lord gave, and the Lord hath taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. In all this Job sinned not, nor charged God foolishly.
So the scriptures say you cannot shave your head bald. But then it tells you that Job shaved his head, fell down on the ground, and worshiped the Most High. And then the last verse it says, in all this Job sinned not. Because it was only for a sign of mourning, man.
Right.
It wasn't because you wanted to do it. Just because you want to. You don't want no hair. You tired of dealing with your hair. You can't do that. Let's continue though, man. Let's get another one. Because even the heathens did it, man. Let's get Isaiah 15 and 2. Even the heathens did it, man.
The book of Isaiah chapter 15 verse 2.
And this is the burden of Moab, if you read verse 1. But we're going to get the point. Go ahead.
And
this is when Moab was coming to us for help because they kept getting overthrown. They was always coming to the Israelites for help, man. Go ahead.
He is gone up, Isaiah 15 and 2. Right. He is gone up to Bajith, and to Dibon, the high place, to sweep.
To weep.
To weep.
So weep is to cry, to mourn. Go ahead.
Moab shall howl over Nebo,
right,
and over Midian,
right.
Medeba, on all their heads shall be bald, and every beard cut off.
So this was a sign of mourning. They shaved their head and they cut off their beard as a sign of mourning. Humility. That's what the whole point of mourning is, and cutting off your beard and your head is humility. You're humiliating yourself because of what you're witnessing or what you're going through. It's not for you just to do what the hell you want to do, man. Because you can't do that. That's why I brought out the Baruch 1 and 17 through 22, man. You can't just do what the hell you want to do. Most High said, do not get lineups. You can't do it. So let's get Sirach 32 and 17 now. And everybody know this scripture, Sirach 32 and 17. It proves you can't do what you want. You don't have a license to sin. No one does. And you can't say you want to be like Yahweh Shah and you think that you can still get lineups, man.
Go ahead. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 32 and verse 17.
Right.
A sinful man
right,
will not be reproved.
So a sinful man will not be corrected at the end of the day. You try to correct him and tell him, hey, brother, that's wickedness. You can't do that according to the Bible, man. Go look up the Hebrew words. Go look up these words on what this means. Don't just read the scripture. Go look deep into it.
Right.
Go look up the word the extremity means. That's the dagger right there, extremity. Your natural lineup, you cannot touch it, man. You can lower your hair, man. You can do that. But you cannot line yourself up. It does not say you can't cut it. It says you cannot round the corners of your head, man. It's a Hamitic custom when we was dwelling among the Hamites. Right. So read that one more time.
A sinful man will not be reproved.
Right.
But findeth an excuse according to his will.
According to what's your will? Getting lineups, cutting off your beard, balding your head. You can't even get tapers and bald it. Like, you can't bald your taper. You can cut it lower than the rest of your hair, but you cannot bald it. Because it says not to make baldness upon your head. There's a barber law according to the Bible, man, that you have to follow. It's in Leviticus. So for you to think that you don't have to, you are going off and you establishing your own righteousness. And you can't do that.
And it says according to his will. So we know if you left it up to the majority of the man, they're going to try to please the woman, to try to attract the woman, right? A lot of the things that men do isn't to attract other men's attention. It's to attract the opposite sex attention. Right. It's to attract the women attention, right? So what women find attractive, not what the Most High God says is best for us to do. It's what they do. They're going to do it according to their own will. So we're like, oh, we're gonna try to attract, mainly women. So we're gonna do it according to our will. The worldly men gonna do it according to their own will, right, not according to the Most High God's will. Okay.
So let's get beautiful point. Okay. Let's get Sirach 33 and 19 though, because at the end of the day, no matter what anybody tell you. You got your mama coming at you talking about, boy, you need to cut that off your face. You got your sister, your brother, everybody like, you look like a lion. You look like a wolf. You look like all this. Man, I don't give a damn what y'all say. I care about what the Most High say at the end of the day. Right. And if you have that spirit, the Most High God is dealing with you.
Right.
But if you letting them talk you into doing this for their satisfaction, because they don't want to walk around with you looking like that, man, you got a problem, man. Right. And that's giving your strength unto them. Well, go ahead.
And this is what this is going into. Sirach chapter 33 and verse 19.
Right.
Give not thy son and wife, thy brother and friend.
And these are the main people that be telling you this stuff.
Right.
You need to do something with yourself. Why you look like that? Mm-hmm. Even your own kids come at you. Daddy, why you look like that? You need to cut that off. Just do it this one time. So it can grow back right this time. They tell you all kind of stuff just to get you to sin, man. Let's continue. You got something?
Go against the Most High. It says, and thy brother and friend power over thee while thou livest.
That's giving power to them. If they can talk you into doing that, they got power.
Right.
They got power over you if they can talk you into doing that, man. That simple thing. Imagine what else they can talk you into doing then. Right. You that sinful man that you will not be reproved by the prophets of the Most High, but then you will let your mom and your brother and them have power over you by telling you to go get that fixed. Go get your line, get that line up, man. Get that fresh cut so the women can like you again. Your mama think you her little cute son again. Let's continue.
Yep. It says, power over thee while thou livest,
right, and
give not thy goods to another, lest it repent thee, and thou entreat for the same again.
Right. So let's go to Sirach 5 and 2 now, man. 5 and 2. Sirach 5 and 2.
God, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 5 and 2.
All right.
Follow not thine own mind,
right,
and thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart.
Right. So it says, follow not thy own mind. You can't follow your own mind thinking that you going to prosper with the Most High, not in this world, with the Most High, getting lineups, thinking just because that's just one sin, that the Most High is going to overlook that. Right. Like I said before, you don't know what the Most High be mad at you about. You don't know what he will destroy you for. The Most High tell you in Isaiah 55, his thoughts is not your thoughts. 55 verse 56, Salakia. He says, my thoughts ain't your thoughts. So he telling you straight up, bro, the things you think I won't destroy you for, I will destroy you for.
God.
You giving me a justifiable reason to destroy you. He's not playing in this Levitical law, man.
Right. It's here forever. Hey, and the angel told Ezra, he said that this world is turned upside down.
Right.
So what you think is right, or what you see everybody doing, isn't right. Right? You see women ruling their house. You know what I'm saying? You see that, and you can't deny it. For the majority of the part, you see that. And that's, the world is turned upside down, just so that you will enjoy, mainly so that you will enjoy the kingdom even more. You know what I'm saying? Because the kingdom is, it does benefit a man. It benefits all of us, right? But it does, like this world caters to the woman. You know what I'm saying? The world to come is going to really cater to the men. You know what I'm saying? That's just a fact. That's just the harsh truth. But everybody's going to be in order. Everybody's going to be in place. Exactly how you were created, you're going to operate the same way that you're created, right? The man is created to serve Yahweh Shai, and the women are created to serve a righteous man. And that's how you're going to operate, and you're going to love it, right? Yeah. Right? So I'm going to say one more. It says, us being in righteousness, right? We're so used to being in sin. We're not created to live this way. We're not created to live in sin. We're created to live in righteousness. And we gotta get back used to being in righteousness, living in righteousness. You're so used to living in sin, get back to living in righteousness, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Can't knock it till you try it, man. And like the brother say, I forgot what you just said, man. You said something, a beautiful thing, man. It slipped my mind just now, but we can continue though. But man, let's go to are we done with that? Nah, let's read verse 3.
Verse 3. And say not, who shall control me in my works? For the Lord will surely revenge thy pride.
So the Most High calling you prideful at the end of the day. Pride go before destruction. That's simple. You being prideful, thinking that the Most High is showing you favor by breaking his law. Most High don't give a damn about how people look at you, man. The Most High tells you in 2 Samuel, 1 Samuel 16 and 7 that he don't look at the outward appearance. He looks on what's in the heart. So if your means are good to the Most High, where you don't give a damn what people say about you, man, that is gold to the Most High. So let's continue. Let's read one more verse.
So say not, I have sinned.
Say not, I got a lineup, man. You know, I got a lineup. It's all good. Go ahead.
And what harm hath happened unto me?
Ain't nothing happened to me. I'm still living my life. You know, the Most High ain't putting no plagues on me.
Man, we see that girl at camp like that. She's like, you know, I ain't dead yet.
Right. I ain't dead yet. Ain't that what she said, though?
That's sad. That's sad.
But you don't understand. It tells you in Job 21 and 30 that some brothers are literally being held. They have a reservation for the lake of fire. Some brothers literally have a reservation. It tells you that in Peter 2. 2 different accounts tell you there is brothers and sisters that's literally being held for the lake of fire because of stuff like that. I ain't dead yet. No, but when you do die, it's going to be horrible for you. So let's continue. You got something?
All
right, let's go.
For the Lord is long suffering. He will in no wise let thee go.
Right. So the Lord is long suffering. He wants you to come out of that wickedness. Mm-hmm. It tells you in Ezekiel 18 and 32 that I have no pleasure in the man that dieth. He don't have no pleasure in you dying. That's why he's long suffering. But then he tells you too, he will in no wise let you go. Ain't no way in this world he gonna let you go. That sin you think you getting away with, he ain't letting you go. The Lord will wait 2 different lifetimes over and punish you for it. So why not just stop now? So from there, man, let's get go over a chapter 7 and 8. Chapter 7, verse 8.
God, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 7 and verse 8.
Right.
It's like it. Bind not one sin upon another, for in one thou shalt not be unpunished.
So he says, bind not sin upon sin. The wages of sin is death, man. You keep getting them lineups. That's just most sins that you creating. You think it's just, oh, this one. It's just going to be one sin. No, every time you get that lineup, it's a sin on top of a sin on top of a sin on top of a sin. And he tells you right here, in one sin, you ain't going unpunished.
Right.
So what's the wages of sin?
It's death.
You got to ask yourself that. Is these lineups worth it? Is shaving my head worth it because my hair ain't growing back how it needs to? Shaving my beard off, is that worth it? Just because I got razor bumps and I got bumps in my beard, is that worth it? Or is the kingdom worth it? You have to really ask yourself, is it worth following a man that can't prove to me that I can get lineups? Some of the biggest congregations in Israel tell you can get lineups, man. For real. Yep. So from there, let's get the last scripture. Let's stay in Sirach 21 and 1.
God, the book of Sirach, chapter 21 and verse 1.
Right.
My son, hast thou sinned?
Are you getting lineups right now? Go ahead.
Do so no more.
Right? Don't stop it right now. If anybody's watching this video, man, stop getting lineups. Stop shaving off your beard and stop making baldness on your head.
God.
Go ahead.
Do so no more.
Right?
But ask pardon for thy former sins.
Because we just read, you're not going unpunished for your sins already. The one that you do, you're not going unpunished. So he said, ask pardon, ask mercy, that he don't kill you for it. That he might have you trip and fall and bust your knee or whatever the case is. You'd rather for that to happen. Because it's time is coming, man, where he's about to do some mad, crazy stuff to people, man. Some unseeable stuff. You're like, that happened? Brothers gonna be dead, being shamed, man. Go ahead.
Verse 2. Flee from sin as from the face of a serpent.
So the same way you see a snake and you run from it, or any kind of reptile that's deadly, and you run from it, you need to do the same thing when it comes to lineups and beard and making baldness on your head, man. You need to run from it and do not return back to it. Because what happens if you turn back to it? It's going to tell us. Go ahead.
God. For if thou comest too near it, it will bite thee.
Those sins are going to bite you in your ass at the end of the day.
Right.
The wages of sin is death.
Right.
Those sins are going to catch up to you. He's giving you a parable about sin. Sin is going to come back and bite you in the ass. Like our parents always tell us. It's going to come back and bite you in the ass. Karma is going to come back and bite you in the ass. Let's go ahead.
The teeth thereof are as the teeth of a lion.
You ain't getting out of the teeth of a lion.
You ain't getting that.
That lion going to lock on you and it's not letting go.
Man.
That's how the sin. If you continue to do it, you're going to get so used to it and you're going to get so comfortable because you ain't getting the punishment that you expect you're supposed to have. It's going to get bad for you at the end of the day. But let's continue.
Slay the souls of men.
Right? It's slaying the souls of men. Slaying the souls of men. It's slaying a lot of men and they don't even see it through the spirit. It's slaying a lot of men. The Most High is removing a lot of brothers' candlestick and they don't know why, because they don't look at these little sins as anything. And it tells you in Matthew 5 that if you teach men to break the least commandments, how do you teach them? By being an example. If you're getting lineups, you're teaching somebody to break the least of the commandments. Especially if you're an elder. You are teaching them to break one of the least commandments. You're going to be the least in the kingdom.
Let me get that.
Nah, that's all bad. You're going to be the least in the kingdom, man. So at the end of the day, man, there's no glory. There's no profit in getting lineups, man, or cutting off your head or cutting off your beard, man. You got anything else you want to say?
No, just that Matthew 5:19, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Man, so at the end of the day, man, we have to stop doing this wickedness that put us in captivity in the first place, man. So with that, we want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, and the 12 tribes that are doing this work in truth and sincerity. Death to America, Shalom wa Barak, Mashpaka.
Shalom wa Barak, Mashpaka.